What up, people? How y'all doing tonight? Alright, that's what I like to hear. My name's Tim Finnegan, and tonight I'd like to tell you guys a fucking story about a time when I had a friend named Marty McFly. We knew each other way back in the day, and me and Marty traveled back in time once, and Marty asked me to come over to his house once at 1:15 in the morning. I'm like, fuck yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm up for that shit. So I met up with Marty McFly at his house, and he showed me his time machine. It was a DeLorean time machine. It's like a car. You just go in and you say what date you want to travel to, and you press the date, go back in time, and it's fucking awesome. So me and Marty, went into this time machine, and he told me that when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some pretty serious shit. So some of the times we traveled back to was, we traveled back to a lot of times, and it was fucking awesome. Like, for example, one of the times we traveled back to was 1776, when the Declaration of Independence was signed and America declared independence. We also traveled back in time to Christmas of 1947, and we saw the movie Miracle on 34th Street in theaters back in that year, and it was fucking awesome. It's a fucking awesome Christmas movie. And we also went back to 1946 and we saw the movie It's a Wonderful Life. That's another fucking awesome classic Christmas movie. And we also went back to 1937 when Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs came out. And that Disney movie is fucking awesome. It's like the first Disney movie. Fuck yeah. And there was another time we also went back to like 2001, we went back to the time of 9/11, and we warned people that there was a terrorist attack coming. It's like, for example, we were in Boston, we went back to September 11, 2001, we were in Boston, and we saw Mark Wahlberg, Seth MacFarlane. They didn't board the flight, but we warned them, don't go on this flight because they're terrorists. There's about to be a terrorist attack in New York. We also went to New York and said, hey, get out of the Twin Towers. You need to get out of the World Trade Center. There's a terrorist attack coming. So, I told everyone to leave, and I just warned them because we came from the future. And then, so we traveled to other times in history, with all of our historical events that happened in our fucking country. Now, let me tell you about one time when me and Marty traveled back in time. First we traveled back in time to 1985, which was 40 years ago. And that was when we saw The Breakfast Club premiere in theaters. That movie's fucking awesome. And then we traveled back even 30 years earlier, which was 70 years ago, to 1955. And when we were in 1955, Marty saw, his parents in those days, and I saw my grandparents in those days when they were all in high school at the time. And when we were in 1955, we were trying to get Marty's parents and my grandparents to ask each other out to the dance, to get them to go back to the dance at Hill Valley High School, where me and Marty went to school back in the day. We gave dating advice and all that, and then on the night of the dance, there was a bully named Biff. First we met Biff at a bar. It was like, holy shit. It was like, what are you doing here? McFly and Finnegan. I'm like, what the fuck? But we realized that we're talking to my grandfather, Marty's father. I'm like, what the fuck? But then we stood up for ourselves. We went to the dance, and we knew how to get my grandparents and his parents to ask us to the dance. They went to the dance. We played some classic Chuck Berry and the Doors, and that was fucking awesome. And then after the dance, we told Doc, hey, we need to get back to the future. So we were ready to get back to the future. We came back to the present day of 2025. So that's pretty much my story about how I traveled back in time. That's my time. Thanks for watching. Now you guys are really cool time. Thank you. Keep it going for Tim, everybody.